Hey, Mad Girl Charlie, how's it going? Are you going to be on the... And my brain is shut off. Are you going to be on the other channel later? Because I can read into you guys. Oh, it's a great game. I'm very much so barely started, though. It's night 5, as you can tell. Okay, yeah, I'll probably raid into you guys later then. Good to see you, though. Thanks for stopping by. Amanda not... Wait, what? Yeah, okay, That is very deceptive. Hey, Anne. Exo Girl Wonder, how are you? Go back to where? Where am I going back to? I don't know. New game. No, not new game. Whoop, whoop. Load. Good call. Good call, Anne. Thanks for the save. That could have been embarrassing. Be like, why am I starting this game over? I don't know what's going on. Crap. Actually, I'm gonna have to exit out of this just for 1 sec, because I have to do something else that I totally forgot to do, because I know what I'm doing.
Donut, there's a ghost haunting us.
What in the hell are you talking about?
What the hell was that? That was weird. Okay. Actually opening up the Vancouver by Nights over here so that I can keep an eye on the chat. Because I am so smart, SMRT. Well, thanks for watching all the stuff, and that is extremely appreciated. And everything goes on YouTube eventually, so yeah, it's good to keep an eye on stuff like that. Now we're gonna enjoy some smooth music. Well, we're gonna be switching up the live content. It's gonna be... We're gonna have it be... we're testing it Friday nights at 6 p.m. PST, so about 3.5 hours before this. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to load game. There we go. Amanda, night 5. Let's see what Amanda's up to. Right, I have to make decisions. Swell. Okay, so if I remember correctly, because I can barely remember anything about this game whatsoever, I think this is the Malkavian member of my coterie that I talked to. I think I talked to this guy already. 6 p.m. PST, yeah. We're going to test it out, see how we do in that time slot, because Saturday in the afternoon time slot, we've discovered that that's pretty much when everybody who works a normal job, that's when everybody's like out and doing their stuff that they would get done on weekends. Which is pretty much what I would be doing were I not be streaming at that particular point in time. Caffeinating is good. So I'm gonna do Jezebel's Chowder. Sophie mentioned a Gangrel neonate by the name of Tamika, who's made herself a haven in Prospect Park. The Barrels aren't exactly a social bunch, even by kindred standards. Yeah, they're not. But if you can keep her clawing your eyes out long enough, she might be persuaded to join you. Well, that's rather rude. And for anybody who's joining us new in the chat, the Let's go here. I think that's the accept button. I don't know, my thing is in the way. I'm going to have to readjust this ever so slightly. Bring you all closer to me. Okay. Grand Army Plaza, passing the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Arch. I see no arch. I think at that point the ads are over. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ooh, that made a noise probably. Yeah, okay. That's another reason why I open up the secondary thing so that whenever the ads are running, I can see when the ads are running so that I can create a monster, huh? It's alive! Alive! No, that's probably a different kind of monster, I'm guessing. Yeah. Make your way through the Grand Army Plaza, passing Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Arch. You can't help but feel a tinge of nostalgia as you picture the place you've seen countless times in broad daylight teeming with life. Life. You quickly get over it and pass through the northwest gate into Prospect Park. The park is an unusual maze of unkempt foliage and dimly lit alleys. Silence hangs in the air as it would this time of night. There doesn't appear any sign of kindred presence. And then she's there. I'm guessing that's probably what it's going to be. That's just it, right? Like, when you... Because you said you started off with the typical Toreador stereotype, and then you got invited to play, and then thought, what if shotgun? That's it, right? You take... I always start players out by leaning them in the direction of going with the stereotype, because it's always a little bit easier to play as a stereotype than it is to not play as a stereotype. But then when you become a more experienced player, just throw convention out on its ear, basically. Like, what? Playing monsters and vampire? Come on. You start to suspect Langley's sources fed her a bunch of bullshit, but you're not willing to give up just yet. As you ponder your options, you hear footsteps coming from behind a line of trees, quick and evenly paced, most likely a late night jogger. No vampire would take kindly to you feeding in their domain, but then again, perhaps you could kill two birds with one stone. What am I gonna feed on the Gangrel? Like, just diablerize, start off night 5 as a vampire, just be like, rah. Well, that's an option. Might as well get a bite to eat. Yeah, it's not just, you know, it's not just food, it's also Uber Eats. Vampires can, in fact, be really good at violence, which I'm probably about to find out when the Gangrel comes up and kicks my ass. You lock into the sound of footsteps, predicting the runner's path. You move swiftly but quietly to intercept them. You hide behind a tree and wait for your prey to get closer. Dun, dun, dun. Mere seconds later, a young man in an off-brand tracksuit trots into view. Off-brand, I love it. You can't say Adidas in a game. trots into view, you notice the buds in his ears. Beat heavy music bleeding through. That should make things easier. Just as the man passes by, you emerge behind him and plant your hand firmly on his neck. He struggles at first, desperately trying to break free of your grasp. As soon as your fangs pierce his skin, panic gives way to peaceful submission. It's nap time, asshole. You feel elevated as the warm liquid trickles down your throat. The flesh vitae washes over your senses, sending an orgasmic shiver along your spine. Somewhere in the deepest, darkest crevices of your mind, the beast stirs in its slumber. You stop feeding just in time, your hunger satiated, the beast fast asleep. You sit the dazed victim on a nearby bench. As the world comes back into focus, you suddenly realize that something is not right. In a split second, the air by the side of your head swirls like a vortex. Well, there we go. Driven by sheer instinct, you lean back just as 5 finger-shaped razors cut through the darkness, missing your face by an inch. A clawed shadow jumps back a few paces, preparing to correct its mistake. You catch a glimpse of the assailant. Looks pretty animalistic, all right. But he's not the one you're looking for. For starters, it's a he. I mean, vicissitude, you can rearrange a little few things, if you know what I'm saying. Just as he's about to lunge you, a snarl resounds from the bushes nearby, stopping your foe in their tracks. Out of the shadows emerges a young woman, baring her teeth ever so slightly. She walks over calmly, her eyes fixed on your assailant. Cosmic Dazai, what? Wait a minute, you're giving me crap about being up and you're an East Coaster? Like, come on. Come on, come on. Go to bed. You are being judged, and you're being perceived. I see you. Let's see. Oh, right. I was just about to get my ass kicked. That's where I was. She walks over calmly, her eyes fixed on your assailant. Her presence is enough to make him reconsider attacking you, but not to withdraw completely. He glances over to her, puffing his chest. Yeah, great. This guy's gonna get beat the fuck up. Stay out of it, Tam. I smelled her first. Gangrel. Smelled her first. Tam, how about that? How about that? She raised an eyebrow, remained silent. Her compatriot turns back towards you. I like how this dude doesn't have a name. It's just like Gangrel. Pretty sure you're not the Gangrel, you're just a Gangrel. You shouldn't have come here, girlie. I'm gonna fuck you up so bad, you'll be wearing your tongue as a fucking necktie. Dun dun dun. It's not what? It's not werewolf. I should hope not. Hey, Daryl Sucks Gaming. You're lurking. Lurky lurk. Thanks for stopping by, though. Wearing your tongue as a necktie. That is a description. Let's just call it that. Tamika looks at you expectantly. Whew. Now, ordinarily, there's like, okay, yes, maybe, no. Rarely does it hop right to fucking dominate, force him to flee, like. Sabat players. I don't even know what I should do here. What do you guys think I should do? I will go with the consensus. Dominate is funny, but also maybe don't die. Fuck it, dominate. Your eyes find his. Let me tell you about the time the coterie mate tried to dominate the Toreador primage and she almost got eaten. Do tell. I'm always, I don't have any tea handy, but fuck, that sounds like a tea. Spill some tea on that one. Your eyes find his and your words become imperatives, grasping your victim's mind like a vice. Oh, there I am. Hi, Amanda. You're getting ahead of yourself, little doggy. Now go on, get. Like, not at all what I was expecting for the dominate command. You're like, zzz, zzz. Noticing what is happening, Tamika looks at you with anger and disbelief. Yeah, well, I suppose I kind of had that one coming. Her friend staggers and shifts his weight, barely managing to stay on his feet. Fighting against the strain, he sinks his claws into the back of his head. A few drops of blood trickle from his nose. What? What are you doing? You Ventru bitch, I'll rip off your tits and feed them to you. This guy is just full of, like, colloquialisms, isn't he? Like, just like, It was the first session of our chronicle, and Annabelle had asked us to go investigate something via my character Sasha, who's some sort of undisclosed favor with her primogen. The Ventru and our coteries went for the dominate. It is a typical Ventru move. I will give you that, yeah. A fierce growl echoes across the alley, stopping the savage in his tracks. Tamika walks over to her comrade, her fangs glistening in the dim lamplight. She puts her hand on the side of his head, caressing his hair and tugging his ear as if she's scolding a puppy. I'm not sure about any of you, but I'm pretty sure that pulling a puppy's ear is not the greatest training technique. Seems kind of not cool. She leans over and speaks in a voice that is firm yet oddly affectionate. It's okay, Raoul. I'll handle it from here. Male looks at her with a mix of timidity, cruel and/or unusual, and resentment. Then he turns it back towards you. So that's how it's gonna be, huh? Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. I'm not an expert in training dogs either, but fuck, like, pulling on their ears seems like a bit of a not cool move. He yanks his head back and aims a gob of bloody spittle straight at your feet. Like, I don't understand why this guy's, like, nose is bleeding if he's digging into the back of his head. Hey, Geek Girl Lisa. Thanks for the raid. We were playing some, oh crap. That's something I should do. I'm gonna change the title of this one. Welcome on in, Raiders. Where am I? I am live. My channel. View dashboard. Edit stream info. This is not what this is. Welcome in, Geek Girl Lisa. Give me 1 sec. I am just changing this because we are not currently playing Vampire the Masquerade. We are playing Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York. I know what I'm doing. I don't. Coteries of... Not odd. New York. Vampire. Not Vampire Survivors. Vampire the Masquerade, where are we? Coteries in New York. This one. This is a mature rated video game and is not appropriate for some viewers. Yeah, I know. That should have switched things. There we go. Alright, now I can catch up with the chat. How's the stream going? It is going pretty good. I am going to... Whoa! Hold on. Turn off volume on phone before readjusting anything. Let me give you a shout out. Shout out to Geek Girl Liza. What? There we go. There's the shout out. Alright. Lurk before, I think you're rated with Dinner and a Game. Dinner and a Game are great. I will give them a shout out in just a few seconds. I always try to pop into Dinner and a Game as much as I can. I try to support a lot of different channels as much as I can. But yeah, thank you again for the raid. It's always appreciated. The shout out is up there if everybody wants to head on over to Geek Girl Liza and give them a follow. I will shout out to Dinner and a Game after this. Now I have to remember which, I think it's DDG Game. Dinner and a Game. I think it's like a short form. One. Beggar Street. I'm not actually, I don't know if I'm familiar with Beggar Street. Yeah, so welcome on in, everybody, from the raid. We are playing a kind of a choose your own adventure game of Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York. Okay, why are we poking Steve? Yeah, we could probably do some Toronto by Night stuff. And Raul is just telling me to get fucked. So, welcome on in, Raiders. Having said his piece, Raul retreats in the shadows, although if you were to guess, he's likely to stay within earshot. With her companion gone, Tamika turns to you once more. What do you want? Direct, to the point. Gangrel, love it. Yeah, I'll just do that. Straight to the point. I like that. Cosmic Design. What? I think the last thing Cosmic Design needs is encouragement to buy more wigs. Buy More wigs. Eventually, we're going to get it to the point where Cosmic does he's just going to have, we're going to see them on screen, and then we're going to see the entire background, just like nothing but like mannequin heads and wigs. The bad habits are talking to you again. Purchase more wigs. Let's do some ASMR wig stuff. Like, you want to buy more wigs? You definitely want to buy more wigs. Oops, all wigs. I don't care what you like. Now quit stalling. You have something to say. Say it. Jesus. She's not happy. You know what? It's a bad idea, but I'm going to go with, I want us to be friends. Why can't we all just get along? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? I just got us muted over on YouTube. Okay. Fair enough. Look, I'm new to this whole vampire thing. I figured it wouldn't hurt to make some friends, people I could count on, and they can count on me. You can count on me. I'm a Ventru. I'm totally trustworthy. So you want me to help with something because you want to be my friend. That about right? Yeah, I'd say that about sums it up. When you put it that way, it does sound corny, doesn't it? Like, who wrote this? Who says corny nowadays? Like, that just sounds really, really weird. Like, you put it that way, okay, it sounds stupid. Uh-huh. She puts on a veneer of skepticism, but you can tell she's intrigued. So far, I've wandered into Gangrel territory, fed on somebody who I probably shouldn't have been feeding on, tried to dominate one of the lesser Gangrels into fucking off. And, yeah, this is going great. I think the current terminology is cringe rather than corny. Cringe or, yeah, I'd say cringe would probably feels like the same vibe. Yeah, well, corny is like, just sort of, what's the term I could use for corny? I guess kind of cringe, yeah. Cringe or corny is like cheesy. Kind of cheesy. I'm totally with the times. Yeah. I don't know what you young kids have been doing, but back in my day, we used to have to mine air. It wasn't just free. You couldn't just walk outside and have a bunch of air. You had to mine it with our teeth. She puts on a veneer of intrigue. Cool. Corny's not bad, though. I think I'm okay with corny. Oh my god. Corny kind of does mean bad, though, because it's not cool. You see what I'm saying? Please help. I am looking for wigs again. Purchase more wigs. The one that you're looking at, it's 2 over. Right there. Yeah, that one. Buy that one. Buy it. What I'm not okay with is putting my ass on the line and getting stabbed in the back for my trouble. That's fair. That is a fair request. Yeah. So why exactly should I trust anything you say? I can make it worth your while. I'm going to go with the most stereotypical venture way of doing everything. Her expression sours in an instant. I'm great at being vampire. Oh boy. I am not enabling, but I'm not intervening either. Unimpressed by your ventureness. Yes, exactly that. For a moment there, you almost had me fooled. I should have known better. Well, Tamika looks decisive. If you've heard her feelings from what you've seen so far, it's an oddly emotive reaction for her. I met her like 2 minutes ago, and I tried to dominate her fellow Gangrel. Okay, also, I want to call attention to this up here. This, I don't know if it's just me from playing a bunch of Werewolf the Apocalypse, but this kind of looks like a wolf. Right here. There's like the 2 legs, the butt, and the tail. I don't know. Kind of looks like a wolf. Quick to realize it, she straightens up and turns her piercing gaze towards you. We have nothing more to talk about. Okay. On the one hand, I have found my new drag outfits and can give V20 realness. On the other hand, my addiction, his voice has talked me into buying things. Please help. I'm not going to help. Except to say, buy more wigs. Hey, Another World TTB. There's somebody else I can shout out. You all should check out Another World TTB. Shout out Another World TTV. TTV. Okay, cool. Shout out. So, for those of us just joining, hi, Another World TTV, and anybody who is now paying attention from the raid who was part of the other channel that was prominent. Yeah, I just pissed off Gangrel. So, I'm doing great at this whole venture thing. We started off wrong. Look, clearly we started off with the wrong foot. I just came into your territory. I fed off a jogger. Yeah, sorry. My bad. Then what was the other thing I did? Oh yeah, I tried to dominate your friend into fucking off away from me. The time-old venture tradition of pissing off the Gangrel. You're not wrong. Yes, you did. Now leave. I'll only ask once. Okay. Oh, cool. I just got an achievement. The achievement was recruitment fiasco. I failed to recruit somebody to my coterie. This is great. We don't have... What was it? Who did I hit up first? I think I hit up Tremere first or Malkavian first. And so far we have a Ventru, a Malkavian, and a Tremere. Ah, this is going great. We have no fighters. We're going to get our asses kicked. I'm just going to wait because I think there's an ad hidden. The ad is finished. Okay, cool. But yeah, I think I have a Tremere and the Malkavian because I talked to the Malkavian, and the Malkavian was like doing like weird online shit. Because, Malkavians. What else are they supposed to do with their spare time? And with that, you take your leave. You know better than to argue with a scored Gangrel. No, I don't. I've been here for 5 days. I have no idea what the fuck Gangrel even are. Still, you can't help but feel a tinge of regret. This could have been the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Well, she's taken off the map, and it looks like it's about that time. So I'm going to take a bit of a rest. Probably shouldn't have opened with Dominate. I didn't open with Dominate. Dominate was the second thing I did. I opened with feeding in their territory. Oh, wow. Was that ever dumb? Yeah, that. So, you can't tell, but underneath my face here, where am I? There it is. Underneath here, there's like a kind of a dial thing that tracks over, and it tells me it's really close to sunup, so I'm going to take a rest. There we go. I mean, tell me when I'm telling lies, as CM Punk would say. Here's another World TTP you put in the chat. Feeds in their territory, tries to dominate, explains nothing, leaves, hashtag just venture things. I am what I am. Not long after you wake up tonight, Gregory knocks on the door of your apartment. Look, I'm just saying that the Gangrel was having a mild reaction to all of the copium that they were on. Oh, and you'd kill it as a Ventru. Ventru are super easy to play. I would argue it's one of the easiest clans to play. Bruja, Ventru, pretty much the main 5 or 7 clans. Ventru, pretty much all you gotta do is... I'm not enough of a jerk to be a Ventru. Yes, but you can act like the Ventru. Right? Take a look at... over on... they switched their name recently. That's why I'm having a bit of trouble. Questkeep. Over on Questkeep, there was the one shot that Petra did that had... It was me in it, and it was a bunch of other people. Alan was there as well. And I had gigantic hair. It was amazing. I played a Toreador, and Bev, who was right beside me in the overlay, she played a Ventru, and she played the most MAGA Republican character you could possibly conceive to be a Ventru. And it was amazing. It was if you want to play a Ventru, that's kind of all you have to do is think up the most ridiculous shit and then do that. Hashtag more Petra. I agree. I totally agree. Petra is... Fuck. Petra is amazing. Drop my lid. Ravnos have changed a lot since I played a Ravnos. And for a fun fact, the first character I ever played was, in fact, a Ravnos. .5e Ravnos are much better. Yeah. Not long after you wake up tonight, Gregory knocks on the door of your apartment. I came to pick you up. Miss Langley wants to see you. Swell. What if I don't want to see her? There we go. Cosmic Dazai, so you didn't insert offensive stereotype? How dare you? Yeah. Yeah. I liked, that particular stereotype, I actually thought was part of the Gangrel, but the Gangrel were we're wanderers, we're gonna, hang out, but don't feed from these folks over here. And then they came along with the Ravnos, and we're just those are those folks over there. And it's what are you doing? Come up with another concept, guys. I know it's the 90s, but Venture can be fun sometimes. Also, Joe is killing it as a Venture. Older heads have a lot of issues. You can play them with some gloves on and understanding, but V5 is really a mighty step in the right direction. Agreed. And Werewolf 5th is just as good, in my opinion, of a step in the right direction. And Joe linked up that she played Adventure. We were doing a bunch of content for Patreon. And, pardon me. Pardonnez-moi. I had the idea of doing kind of clan meetings with all of the clans. We did a Venture one. We did I think a Toreador one. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think we did a Toreador one. I'm not sure. We did a Nosferatu one. I know that much. Hunter 5 is really good too. I don't know if it's still on, but another World TTV. Have you done there was the Humble Bundle for a bunch of the new W5 stuff, or not W5, the new vampire stuff and the hunter stuff, which is actually a really good bundle, but I already have literally everything included that bundle. That's a really good bundle, and it's only I think $17 to get all the PDFs for everything that's come out so far. Or you could go to Demiplane, because Demiplane's one of our sponsors. Won the D5 Demiplane, already have all the H5 stuff. Yeah. The werewolf stuff is really good. Cheap plug. We have a werewolf game coming up on Friday at 6 p.m. PST. So how are you liking the Demiplane stuff now that I got you on the phone? And yeah, the Demiplane stuff is really good. The character builder, once you got the Demiplane stuff, is really good too. I like it. It pretty much does everything for you. It tells you what it is you have to do next in the character creation process. Store credit with Renegade. They don't sell access to Demiplane stuff. Yeah, that's weird. Using it for the V5 miniseries is actually way better than PDF only. Yeah, it is really good. And you can like look up powers on the fly. It is a phenomenal resource. Like, from what I understand of it, the person who made Demiplane was the person who did D&D Beyond. And basically after they sold D&D Beyond to D&D a couple of years back now, they basically just created Demiplane. They used that money to like create, and pretty much everything that they learned from doing D&D Beyond, they like dumped into Demiplane right away. Yeah, it's absolutely great. And I'm on their Discord for Demiplane, and if you have a chance, pop over there. They are like super open to suggestions. If you have anything that you want to be like, I think you should do this, or I think this would be a good feature to add, they are super open to that. Anyway, let's go back to the game. He shrugs. Best keep that to yourself, I think. Thanks for the tip, Greg. The car is waiting, shall we? If you have enough store credit, and I would definitely just buy Bloodstained Love from Renegade. That way you get the physical book. Pardonnez-moi. It'd be cool to buy Demiplane access too. Yeah, like I'm not criticizing anybody when I say this, I hope. But I think that'd be really good to have those two particular companies talk to each other and basically go, okay, so instead of getting a free PDF when you buy a book or a couple extra bucks on top of the book, you should be able to get that book through Demiplane. Just sort of have it be like, you know, wherever you want to get it from. What do I know? Yeah, in general, it takes them probably about a month or two to code the book into Demiplane. Benefits to cross promotion. Yeah, exactly. Again, what do I know? I just work here. You wrestle with the same thoughts a few nights ago. There's already bundles on Demiplane to get the books via Renegade. Yeah. Why not do the opposite? Or better yet, why don't you just, instead of Renegade selling the PDFs, why not just move that over towards Demiplane? You wrestled with the same nuts a few nights ago. Maybe you should just leave, disappear, let Sophie find somebody else to employ. She doesn't employ you. She's kind of... Then you remember the Anarch Thug being cut down by Kadir, and how close you were to the same fate not even a week ago. Yeah, it's been 6 days. That is also a concern, yeah. And that might still happen if you step out of line. I don't know. I think Demiplane should do something where it's just like kind of local storage type thing, like where you could download it to your phone, but just have it be part of your phone via the like a Demiplane app or something. You follow suit. Do I? Do I really? As with your previous visit here, Sophie seems not entirely present when you enter. Her eyes are locked on one of the paintings in the room. Does Demi have an app? I don't think they have an app yet. I think they're working on it. Don't quote me on that. It'd be kind of sick to have a Demiplane app. That'd be amazing. To be able to like just push things to like your players or like throw little notes at them like through the app itself. That would be pretty sick. You're pretty sure it was here earlier, but she's behaving as if she's seeing it for the first time in her life, entirely entranced. I think she's a Toreador. Wrigley clears his throat. Sophie turns to the both of you, a bit of irritation in her countenance that soon gives way to a pleasant, warm smile. You're here. Excellent. Thank you, Gregory. I'm in trouble. I'm in danger. Her driver leaves, and then she turns her attention to you. I hope you've had a good few nights and made some new acquaintances, but I have to say I'm happy to see you, Amanda. Thank you for coming. It's not like you gave me much of a fucking option in this one. The change in mood of the room is so sudden and startling it makes you consider the true power of vampiric charisma. Rationally, you know you're being manipulated, but you don't even care. Her eyes, her emotions, her entire body language all feel 100% genuine and expressing legitimate interest to you and your well-being. Presents. I have a request for you this night. I need you to find somebody for me and make a delivery. Okay. She points to the statue at the side of the room. You notice a plain-looking fast drive lying on the edge where the inanimate archer's bow touches the pedestal. So it'd be right here. Right over here. The man you'll be looking for calls himself Kaiser. He has eyes and ears all over New York and is rare for something to happen without his knowledge. I'll need you to take this flash drive and bring it to him. In exchange, he will give you an address, which I need to know as soon as possible. Lurk. Either way, thanks for coming. Very appreciated. Good luck venturing. It's more venture adjacent than anything because I don't have a sire. Yeah, I'm not going to be on here for too much longer, probably. Just check something here. Close that. Open this. Bring it over here. Go with this. You were asked about what's on the drive, but Sophie proves to be one step ahead of you. Don't worry about the contents. They are encrypted, a precaution for if the data falls into the wrong hands, but it won't, correct? Sure. I mean, if you say so. I believe what Sophie's telling me. She gives you a smile that just a handful of nights ago would make you feel like melting. Oh, and Amanda, Kaiser is the Nosferatu that deformed lineage of kindred. He's old, his age has made him more than paranoid of others than others of his clan tend to be. Did I get something in the book? Lineage. Vampires, bloodline, sire, etc. Archaic term. K. Cool. K. Okay. He holds many haven and shavens often, from what I've gathered. Here, one of his servants should be found at the park in Coney Island tonight. You have to identify them somehow. Given it's Nosferatu, chances are he's going to be one of the not great looking ones. I'm told Kaiser spent many of his nights these past few years being driven around the city in a black limo. Maybe keep an eye out for it. That smile again, but much shorter. Whew, this is a toughie, but why don't you look for Kaiser yourself? Translation, fuck off. I'm not sure you need me for this. Can't you look for Kaiser yourself or send Gregory? First off, when you see his face, you'll understand. A sly smile creeps onto her lips. You're going to have to deal with Nosferatu sooner or later. So, shut up. Get over there. Secondly, I don't have time to play his games and look for his exact location. Last but not least, you will need to meet him at some point anyway. Well, no. If you do it now, you'll provide your patron with a worthwhile service and appease that leprous grump. Wow. With a worthwhile gift, everyone wins, don't you think? Jeez. That leprous grump. She flashes one last smile at you and turns her back to the painting, clearly done with the conversation. You pocket the flash drive and head towards Coney Island. Takes you the better part of an hour to reach the lights and sounds of Coney Island Amusement Park from the city. Drive is almost pleasant this time of night. Thank God for the belt part way. There are plenty of people here tonight, but nobody who stands out as a traveling purveyor of secrets. Then again, if they did stand out, it would be kind of pointless, right? Nothing to do but figure out the right approach. Maybe Kaiser is a nice guy. I'm sure the hideous vampirism information broker is a real gem. Oh yeah. Fucking salt of the earth. Well, not salt of the earth as in Bruja like Carthage salt of the earth. That's something different. Fuck it, I'm not subtle. I'm gonna ask around for Kaiser. Without a better idea, you start looking around. You ignore parents trying to gain a semblance of control over their kids and teenagers smoking weed in the more secluded areas of the park. You try to keep your questions casual. Hey, are you from around here? Told a guy named Kaiser lives here. That kind of stuff. The awkward conversations and strange looks you're given speak for themselves. This isn't going to be as easy as you thought. I heard you asking around for Kaiser. Or will it? Cries in Carthaginian. I mean, just don't mention that around the Bruja. They tend to get a little salty. The guy wearing an oversized jacket is the heir of a junkie or a dealer. Who knows what he's got in those pockets? It was the Ventrue and the Bally. The Bruja were innocent. Okay. Want to have this conversation? Let's have this conversation, shall we? See, I just had a Roman history course. And in said Roman history course, it told me that in the first Punic War, Carthage was the one to attack. So, about that, it's just the Romans were effective in what they were doing. So, in fighting a war at sea, the Carthaginians kind of fucked up so badly that the Romans beat them in a sea war, and they didn't even have a navy yet. No, lie to me. The Romans were evil. My Bruja mom told me so. Yeah, well, your Bruja mom, I think she's lying to you. Just a little bit. Sires lying to their childer? What? No way. What does he have in those pockets? What do you want with him? Stuff. Laughs and venture, cry about it, cope plus ratio. Let's just say that the Bruja are kind of not copacetic in that regard. Troil was innocent too. Those green flames were fake. Listen, I'm not going to get into the true Bruja on this stream. It would take up way more time than I have allotted myself to be on here, so I've acquired one tuna sandwich. It's good to know. We're talking about Bruja, true Bruja, Troil, Carthage, how the Ventrue weren't wrong, and how the Bruja are kind of salty about it. Look, the Tremere are innocent. I mean, the one thing that I absolutely adored about the Tremere revised clan book was the list of like rumors about the Tremere that it had, and this was like, one of them was Tremere in his crypt has turned into a giant worm. Tremere in his crypt had grown like a third eye, like just absolutely bonkers bullshit. It's just like, this is amazing. What do you want with him? Dominate. Make him give you his phone. Bam. That's it. That's what we're doing. Give me your phone and go for a swim in the bay. Jesus Christ. He's a worm, and Salu and Goratrix and dead. Yeah, there's a little, to quote the Meredith Brooks song from 1996, he's a little bit of everything all rolled up into one. Give me your phone and go for a swim in the bay. It's a hunch, you give it the simple order, and the man can do little to resist. He produces his phone, it's a fancy model and doesn't look like anything readily available on the market, hands it to you and turns away and starts walking. Crap, there's another ad. There we go, ad's over. Phone's locked, but a recent smudge in the screen gives you a rough idea what the combination might be. You get it right on the second try. There's just one number in the phone book, unlabeled. You dial it and hear someone pick up. The voice is like a rusty pitchfork scraping against gravel. Whew. That's a statement. That is a statement. Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade lore is a bit, what's the term I'm looking for? Weird? See, the thing I like about Vampire the Masquerade lore is that they did the unreliable narrator thing. But part of what I'm not a huge fan of in V5 lore is that they were just like, you know what? There's no lore. Lore doesn't exist anymore. But then they keep coming along and going, okay, this video game over here, that's canon. This video game over here, that's canon. Coteries of New York, that's canon. Like, if there's no lore, stop making everything canon. Or just admit, hey, we're going to have some canon things, but not everything's going to be canon. Yeah, the Bally were weird. Like, I have the Bally clan book, which is one of the Black Dog Game Factory things, and it is fucked. Fucked. Jackie, you're messing up my snuff session here. It better be something big. Yeah. Run what by you again? Just gonna ask, is this Kaiser? Hey, is this Kaiser I'm speaking to? Silence, not even a sound. The call ends, you try again, but the number is blocked. Nothing to do but wait and see if he shows up. Like answers for what? Not 15 minutes pass before a black limo stops where you're waiting. The door opens in an invitation. That's not what that means. No. Just random black cars showing up with the door opening. That's not an invitation. I'm being gaslit by my addiction voice. Purchase more wigs. Inside the limo used to be a luxury lounge, the kind with a stripper pole and a bar full of alcohol, but it currently has none of that. Instead, there are monitors and consoles. Stripper pole in a limo? Seems a little small for that kind of stuff, doesn't it? There are dozens of displays, each one showing something different. Surveillance camera footage, stock market quotes, television news, emails, tweets, silent movies, lo-fi footage of a gory torture session. You wonder if the limo's owner can focus on anything while surrounded by all these visual noise, and then realize there's nobody there, or is there? Dun dun dun. The limo is bigger on the inside. Man blinks into existence on a leather-covered couch, attempting to maintain something that approximates a real presence. You're 100% sure it's Kaiser. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Surrounded by dimly lit computer screens, his features are even more ghastly than you imagined, all sharp angles of twisted bone, mangled flesh, and crooked teeth. He bears them in awfully parody of a smile. Suddenly, someone grabs you from behind, twists your arm, and pushes your head against the car's roof. I got them, boss. I have them. Wait, didn't I just dominate this guy? Hey, Copic Doll Streams. Welcome. We are playing Vampire the Masquerade, Coteries of New York. Time for a shout out. Let me just type this in. Shout out. Copic Doll Streams. Not streams. There we go. I spelled that wrong. There we go. Got it. Welcome on in. Welcome. Everybody give Copic Doll Streams a follow. They are great. They were just playing Vampire the Masquerade. How was your stream, by the way? How was some Vampire RP? Salem by Night. Ooh. Is it finishing for the season, or is it you keep going? Coterie ran into First Light. That's always fun. You're facing off with hunters. Ooh. Striker slut got stabbed. Yep. What? No. First Light are nice people. They just want to be friends and kill all the vampires. Hey, Fablemancers. As soon as the shout out for Copic Doll streams is done, I'm going to be shouting out Fablemancers as well. I mean, come on, guys. They're just misunderstood. They're just trying to make the world a better place. And I could have sworn I just dominated. Okay, so what I'm doing in this particular game, for everybody who just came in from the raid, this apparently is Jackie, a ghoul, I want to say, who I just dominated into giving me the phone. Then I told him to go take a jump in the lake or whatever. First Light propaganda. If anything, it's like church propaganda, but that's entirely different. But then apparently this Jackie guy is back now, even though I told him, dominated him to go take a jump in the lake. I don't know what's going on. I got them, boss. I have them. The Nosferatu chuckles. Whoa. Hey, Kaiser. What's up, buddy? Steve is a First Light sympathizer. I can never trust him again. Really? You can trust me. I'm totally fine. Just get all your kindred friends to pile into the back of this van here. Everything will be fine. No. Okay. Cosmic Dazai, I will dispute that. The Vancouver game didn't end off with First Light. That's not First Light. That's the Hikata. Those are Giovanni. You stole one of their ghouls. That's not on me. I borrowed them. Listen, whatever you gotta tell yourself to get to sleep at night. I'm not saying that there's consequences to actions. This isn't the consequences of my actions. Yes, you mostly treat him nice, but it doesn't change the fact that he's somebody else's ghoul. Borrowing implies returning them. Yes, exactly. That's exactly it. He changed providers. It's not a cell phone plan. It's a ghoul. I am Verizon. Wow. I can't remember, is Verizon the crappy one or the good one? I don't know. I haven't been in the US in a while. Yeah, he's locked into a contract. No, wait. This is... I think that's where the problem may lie. Because pretty much in the US there isn't any, or there's kind of limited contracts for cell phones, isn't there? Up here it's like 2-year contracts for cell phones, but we only have like 3 providers. I so wish that the Canadian Founders Keepers. Okay, we're going with schoolyard rules then. Gotcha. It'll be next Cosmic Desire is gonna go with tag. You're it. No takes backsies or whatever. No touchbacks. Yes, my property now. No takes these backsies. Oh my god. Oh, congratulations, dickweed. Could have done that before you gave away the fucking phone. Just let them go already. But you gonna make me repeat myself, you thick motherfucker? Oh, so okay, it was been 15 minutes. That explains it. He did take a jump in the lake. But then I guess he got out of the lake, or out of the bay or whatever. He lets you go. You take a look at him. The man is confused and soaking wet. He flashes you an angry stare, but obeys his boss's orders to the letter. What are you waiting for? A formal invitation? Get in the car. We have some talking to do. The door closes behind you. This is a giant ass friggin' limo. Like, holy crap. This looks like it's less limo and more, yeah, like this thing is huge. This is like I'm not looking for the term minivan. I'm looking for like the term of like an RV. This is like RV sized. Well, I'm here and I'm pissed. Unless you have a death wish, I assume it's something you have for me. Do indulge me or start figuring out how to drink blood with your fangs up your shitter. Well, that's rude. That's legitimately bigger than my first apartment's living room. Yeah. Same. Alright. You reluctantly pull the flash drive from your pocket and slowly pass it to Kaiser. He plugs the USB into the arm of his chair. In one of the streams that happen to be turned away from you, takes him about a minute to access the data. So is it this chair here? Like he's got USB set up on this shit? Let me guess, this is from Langley? She said she'd have something like this. You her new flunky? How does the Nosferatu not know this? It's been 5 days. You have to bite your tongue to keep from arguing with the word he chose, but you nod. Who do you people think I am? I saw this footage a week ago. Now the chair is in his office in another room with a limo. Yeah, like, this thing is fucking gigantic. He removes the flash drive and throws it back to you in disgust. Tell Sophie the deal's off. She wants her address. She can give me something else. Why are these in red? Are these the bad decisions? Ask how you can make it up to him. Bam. Oh, I can't pick those. Presents. Ask him to take the deal. You take on the most persuasive voice and amicable stance you can in what basically constitutes a layer of megalomaniacal monster. Come on, man, don't send me back empty-handed. Take the data and honor the deal. It'd mean a lot to me. The sound the Nosferatu produces is supposed to be laughter, you think? You're pretty sure he'll fall over and die at any second if this is anything other than that. Ooh, look at me. I'm so pretty and well-spoken. I'm gonna feed you this bullshit and you're gonna cram it in and ask for seconds. Who the fuck do you think you are? You know what I should do for trying to pull that trick on me? I should mutilate your face and rub sulfur in the wounds, rip your tongue out and use it to stuff a fucking turkey. Only see, I'm in gracious mood tonight, plus I hate turkeys, they disgust me. So I'm gonna give you a chance to make this little transgression up to me. I'll contact you, maybe even throw you that stupid address so Langley can shove it up her cunt. Wow, this guy's a real peach. But right now, unless you want me to get really pissed off, you'll show yourself out. Pretty sure you're done here. You get out, close the door behind you. The car immediately starts backing up. The opaque window slide past you and soon limo's on his way. Guys just like he's nowhere to be seen. You make your way to the car and drive back, wondering what tomorrow brings. Well, it's about midnight. And I should probably log off on this one. So thank you all for watching and coming in and participating, being part of the game, watching me piss off the Gangrel and the Nosferatu. Fuck, am I a great venture or what? So I'm going to find somebody to raid here after I save this game. 2 for 2, Steve. Right. Like, I know, right? Like, fuck. Am I good or what? Now, where the fuck do I save this game again? Another world. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. I'm planning on doing a bunch of these. I already have a few of them. Like, pretty much the only time I play this game is on stream, so... Oh, man. Wait, I hit this button. Haha. Save and exit. Alright, so I gotta find somebody to raid. Let's see who's online and available. So I'm gonna exit this. This is gonna fuck up the look on the stream thing here. And let's see who is available for... You know what? I already said that I was going to. So we... what? Oh, crud. They are actually restarting. So, yeah, like I've said before, I try to check in and keep an eye on a bunch of streams. And I think they may be coming back on that I'm looking at. I'm just going to give it a couple minutes here. And... So anyway, I pissed off the Gangrel and the Nosferatu. And, yeah, so that's fun. By the way, thanks for stopping by 2 weeks ago on Mephisto's stream for our game. I try to support as many, like, World of Darkness things, or D&D things, or whatever things as I possibly can, because everybody, like, the rising tide raises all boats, right? I can try to support as many people as possible. And then that's a little boost for them, a little boost for us, a little boost for everybody. But I'm just waiting on this one particular channel to come back. They're good people. Their Roll Stream, ROLE stream. They're good people. Mad Girl Charlie, who participates in their game, popped in just at the beginning of my stream, actually. If I had a loony for every time it happened, I'd have 2 of them. Storyteller set us on fire again. Yeah, you shouldn't set your players on fire. Oh, right. No. You shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't set the characters on fire. No, wait. Do I have that right? Is that right?
How about neither? Don't set the players on fire and don't set the characters on fire.
I don't understand. Like, at all. Like, I don't get it. Am I not supposed to... Which one am I not supposed to set on fire? That's what I'm asking. The players or the characters? I mean, technically you could set them both on fire, but then you probably wouldn't end up with any players to play with at all. So there's that. So Rollstream are good people. They play a good game. There is a bunch of streams that I occasionally pop in for. They play D&D a lot. They had a vampire game that they're running, but I don't think tonight's vampire. I think tonight they're playing D&D. It's either that or there's a bunch of DJs that I actually follow as well. One of which, Another World TTV, I think you were Lower Mainland-ish, somewhere around there. Correct me if I'm incorrect. Or somewhere BC-ish. BC adjacent. Alberta, somewhere. I don't know. Alberta. You're Berta. There are a few, like, I don't know if you're into, like, dark alternative music, stuff like that. Vancouver Descent is really good. They are on right now. Restricted Entertainment with the name is right there at the tip of my tongue. Evil in 13, who's a really, really good DJ. Raised in BC, though. Okay. Yeah, I see Rollstream is actually back on. So I'm going to dump everybody over there. As soon as I figure out what it is the fuck that I'm doing. So yeah, thank you again, everybody, for hanging out and joining us over here for some Vampire the Masquerade stuff. I'll probably, I don't know, I might hop on like in another couple of weeks to play more of this. Basically, here's a hint for everybody. If you are running stuff on Twitch, you have to broadcast at least once a month. Otherwise, Twitch cuts off your ability to help share your going live stuff with everybody until you kind of get back into another groove for posting. That's what I've heard. But I'm going to, yeah, so if you just hop on, whoa. just even do a just chatting or whatever. Yeah, so I'm going to dump you all over to Rollstream. Say hello for me. They are good people. If you have the spoons, stick around, help them out. They are great role players. They always pop in or try to pop in on my streams. So yeah, I will dump you all over there. I will see you all when I see you, and away we go with the raid.